السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمد رسول الله أشهد أن محمد رسول الله. حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح. الله أكبر الله أكبر. لا إله إلا الله. الحمد لله رب العالمين، له الحمد الحسن والثناء الجميل. يقول الحق: أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له ويهدي إلى سواء السبيل، وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله وخليله ونبيه. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. آمين يا رب العالمين. ربنا ظلمنا أنفسنا وإن لم تغفر لنا وترحمنا لنكونن من الخاسرين. قال الله في القرآن الكريم بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم: يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا. أما بعد. So when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is speaking to us in the Quran, sometimes we fail to realize that it's actually a communication regarding a couple of aspects in our lives. One, advice of how to actually live in this world, stories of the past to take lessons from, or a warning or a bushra, good news, for what's going to happen in the future. This Quran is like a rope that you can hold on to, which will help you to stay stable in this world. It will protect you from being somebody who just needs to always be in doubt. How does Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala call this Quran? He says in the Quran subhanahu wa ta'ala, there is this verse, it just came to me right now. Allah subhanahu لا يمسه إلا المطهرون تنزيل من رب العالمين. So Allah said, hey, listen, this Quran, you should only approach it, you should only come close when you are completely pure, when you purify yourself, when you cleanse yourself, when you're ready to hear this message. Don't come close to it if you didn't, because this is a revelation from the one who created the heavens and the earth. إن هذا القرآن الكريم, he says in the verse before that. This Quran is noble. It is something that it has a high status by Allah. His words are being read to you and me. We have something from God on our tongues. Not only a physical thing that you can hold on to, just like I'm holding this mimbar, this piece of wood. It is something that is inside your mind, which Allah spoke. You get to repeat what He said, subhanahu wa ta'ala. Let that sink in for a minute. Before you sit attentively and listen to this lecture, listen to this khutbah. In Surah Al-Hadid, Surah in the Quran, it's about Surah 57 if I'm not mistaken. It only has 29 verses, ayat. Very short surah. But it's a surah with a passage which is quite scary. As I said, this Quran could either be advice of how to live your life with rules and regulations and the benefits. It could be stories from the past which you can take lessons from. Or it could be talking about Judgment Day, about death, about hellfire, about paradise, about the judgment in and of itself. So it will either give you good news or it will give you a warning. In this passage, I want to focus on a subject which I have spoken about so many times. Al-Munafiqun, the hypocrites. Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is painting a picture where everybody who wakes up Yawm al-Qiyamah will either find themselves having some light, some nur. And some of us will have a lot of light. Some of those people will have a lot of light. And inshallah, may we be from them. Some people will have a little bit of light. Just enough to see 2-3 steps in front of them. And there'll be people waking up that day outside of their graves and they don't have any light. So they see very far in the distance this shimmer of light. Hey, people, hold on, let us join you. Let us join you. People say, go back. This is what the people of light will reply to him. Go back to this dunya and get your own. Don't come and ask me. And wallahi, if you listen to those verses, and I want, for the sake of the time, I can't quote everything. But if you listen to those verses, Allah is using a word that means actually kindling the light of somebody else, using that light to kindle your own. So you have somebody with a torch, and you want to come and bring a piece of wood, keep it close to the fire so you can make your stick burn up as well. So they say, just give us a little bit, it won't take away from your light, you'll still have enough. Just help us out for a second. And the believers will say, no. They'll make a joke out of it. No, go back to this dunya. See and find a way so you can work hard just like we did. And get your own light. And then those people be like, but hold on, wait up. Just before they're about to run and to catch up to the believers, boom, a giant wall will be put between them and the believers. And they're shocked. All of a sudden there is a wall. So they'll keep on knocking on that door. And in panic, people, it's dark. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala talks about the day of judgment as something that's horrible. Just imagine somebody doing this to the wall, trying to scratch to it, trying to hold on. And they'll be like, wait up. Listen guys, there's this one reason why we should be on the other side with you. And that is because we used to be with you. We used to be close with you. Like this, man. Remember we did business together. Remember Salat al-Fajr, we stood next to each other. Remember you and I got married. Remember you're my father, I'm your son, I'm your uncle. We were like this with you. What happened? And just because there is a wall right now, the believers feel safe. They feel safe to just stand still for a second and to reply. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala quotes their answers. And this is scary. It's, yeah, you used to be with us, but you used to be those people who put themselves in that situation. You kept on putting yourself in fitna. Having bad friends, bad company, haram work, obsessing about hanging out with the wrong crowd. And you thought that you could handle it. Yeah, all my friends do drugs, but I'm good, I'm good. Yeah, okay, sometimes we talk about something that's haram, but I was just trying to do my best. And let me take one thing right now as an example, so you'll feel a little bit more in understanding. Clubhouse, the app Clubhouse. People sometimes sit in rooms with 300 people, with 1,000 people talking about haram. And then if you ask them, Ya akhi, why were you there? They'll just say, yeah, I didn't say anything. What, you think that bad surrounding doesn't have an effect on you? You think that you can handle it, right? Because you're the man, right? You're different. You're special. That's what these people, these munafiqeen thought as well. They thought, nah, come on. In my heart, I know. Somebody who stands next to a smoker, the first few times, like, after some time, he or she might become a smoker themselves. And then they'll be like, yeah, it happened. Standing with people or hanging closely with people who are completely on haram or on fitna or on fasad will corrupt you too. Don't get it twisted. That's the first thing they said. And then they said, oh, and there's another point. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala quotes this as well. Allah says that they will say, the believers will say to these munafiqun, they will say to them, you guys procrastinated a lot. Tomorrow I'll change. Oh, I'm working on it. I want to wear hijab. I want to start praying. I want to stop hanging out with my friends who are going out to the shisha clubs. I want to stop. Tomorrow, inshallah. Make dua for me, akhi. Wallah, it's in my heart. And you sometimes find these beautiful people. You find these beautiful people in those horrible places. And if you speak to them, they're like, wallah, if you speak to them, you're like, you're so awesome, man. You have a beautiful character. You love Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. What are you doing here? Akhi, make dua. Sometimes you'll find the most amazing sister, working hard, trying to establish your deen, and on other facts, just make dua. And this is not the same as somebody who knows that they're wrong, who knows that what they're doing is incorrect, and who are actively working towards a goal. Those people are different. Those people are beloved by Allah and His Messenger. It is fine to still have issues, but be honest about that. Yes, I don't pray. Yes, I went to shisha club. Yes, sometimes I drink haram. Yes, I don't wear hijab. But wallahi, I'm working on it. I don't want, make dua for me, fine. But wallahi, myself, I am going to work on this. Because I don't want to die like this. That person, I'm not talking to you and about you. May Allah make you from those people who have a light on Yawm al-Qiyamah. Allahumma ameen. This is not addressing you. This is addressing all the other ones. All the other ones. It's procrastinating. It's not me saying it. Allah Surah Al-Hujurat quoting it. This is one of the reasons. Like, those people, Yawm al-Qiyamah, will be with the hypocrites. No light. And they'll get scared. Because in front of them is that wall. Remember that wall? Just out of nowhere, a wall. And behind them, when they want to go back, they see the punishment running towards them. So they get scared and then knock again. Come on, guys, just open that door. Just open that door. Let us through, man. We used to be with you. And then the final nail in the coffin. You guys were starting to get some doubts about your religion. You started doubting Allah. You were laughing about Jannah and Jahannam and khair inshallah. When you were doing something wrong and someone told you, don't you fear Allah? You're like, hey, don't judge me. Only God can judge me. Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Guess what you did? And then what happened? Nobody likes it when you feel bad. Nobody likes that feeling really sad or not feeling good enough. So, what happens to somebody when they can't give answers about their deen? People are telling them, fear Allah, you should know better. What do they do? Well, is that hadith even right? Did you understand that ayah? Ulama, they make mistakes. These ayyimah, these imams, all they think they know it all so well. They make mistakes too. Started blaming everybody. And then you started doubting. Is it in the Quran? Is cocaine in the Quran? Is a girlfriend in the Quran? If it's not in the Quran, what? I don't trust this hadith business. That's what they'll say. And they start to have some doubt. But wallahi, I trust Allah though. I believe in Allah. And you'll find always two things with these group of people. They'll have a problem with Sahih Bukhari. They'll try to attack Bukhari. And they'll try to attack Imam al-Shafi'i. Because those two Ayyimah wrote one of the two greatest books. One of Usul al-Fiqh, one on Hadith, Mustalah al-Hadith. Great scholars. And the moment they started doubting those, They like, khair inshallah. I don't know, I don't need an imam to tell me anything. I can do it on my own. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will say to those people, those munafiqeen, today, I don't want nothing from you. I don't want your money in sadaqah. I don't want your money in zakat. I don't want your good deeds. I don't want you to pray to me right now. I don't want you to say La ilaha illallah, which is the most expensive sentence you can say. No, I don't want nothing from you. The only thing I want from you, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, is qalbi salim. A pure, clear and clean heart which will radiate light. Nur will come out. That's the only thing that's going to help you today. So then Allah says, you the munafiqeen and the kuffar will be exactly in the same situation. Go to your punishment. Munafiqeen are not people who openly know sometimes that they're munafiq, and sometimes people who just clearly hide as a Muslim or Muslimah. It is possible that you and I are carrying aspects, little pieces of nifaq. Ibrahim al-Nakhai said, one of the Salaf, he said, I met over 70 companions of the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Excuse me, that was not Ibrahim al-Nakhi. That was Ibn Abi Mulaika. Ibn Abi Mulaika said, I met over 70 of the companions of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And I saw all of them worrying about having aspects of nifaq. It was part and partial of the way that the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam was teaching the Sahaba that they were afraid of being a munafiq. Umar radiallahu anhu asked Hudayf ibn Yamana, Ya Hudayf, I know that the Prophet ﷺ told you, just between you two, you don't reveal the secret who's a munafiq. You know. Am I one of them? Umar is doubting that. And you and I are just sitting here like happy days. Because, we are in the safe sect. We're a Salafiyya, you know. No. You know what's with me? We're Ahlul Hadith. We're the real Ahlul Sunnah. All those scholars are wrong. Who the hell is you? May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us that day for being amongst the munafiqeen. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala cure our hearts from that illness. أقول قولي هذا أستغفر الله لي ولكم فاستغفروه إنه غفور رحيم. الحمد لله كفى والصلاة والسلام على رسوله اصطفى وعلى آله وصحبه شرفا. Usually, my khutbahs are very short. 14 minutes max. Usually 11, 9, 10, 11 minutes. Today I took 17 minutes out of your time. Because this ain't no joke. And you should appreciate that work. What I did right now is I went to multiple sources in the Quran, about the Quran, to figure out how to understand these verses and to put them in a message to you guys. What you have learned is a maw'idah, is a reminder. This is not tafsir. What I did right now is not tafsir. Don't get it twisted. And I want to bring your attention to Ramadan, which is right around the corner. Inshallah, the 13th or the 12th or the 14th. Wallahu a'lam. One of those 3 days, you and I, may Allah make us from those, will be in Shahr al-Mubarakah, in the most blessed month. Oh Allah, balighna Ramadan, ameen ya Rabbil Alameen. Last year, Dr. Ahsan Hanif, Hafidhullah, made a whole series. Every day, put it on YouTube. I just knew about this since 3-4 days ago. If I would have known last year, I wouldn't be in the masjid. I'm telling you this. Every day he did a 3-hour class on a book called Tafsir al-Jalalain. Tafsir al-Jalalain is one of the most awesome tafsir books because it's easy to grasp with a teacher. Every day, 3 hours, from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. That's what he did for the whole month. And he went from Tafsir al-Jalalain, awwal al-akhir, from the beginning to the end. If you want to understand the book of Allah, if you want to leave these shackles, these impediments, these handicaps of not knowing the Quran, I advise you and I advise my own soul. Ramadan is around the corner. Take the time, because now you can divide the class in two. Just do an hour and a half in the morning and do an hour and a half after you come from work. Guys, I'm not messing with you guys. Wallahi, I'm afraid that I'm not going to wreck it this month of Ramadan. I'm afraid for myself. Got a new job, have some family stuff to worry about, got some stuff in the masjid here to do. I don't want to be from the... people who don't sin. Still, this is my family. This is the community that I love. I want to stay close. But this year, Ramadan, I don't want my heart to die again. This year, I'm going to do everything in my power to put life back into it. So I advise you and I advise myself, go and sit down and have some love for ilm. And if you can commit to those 3 hours every day, you will start to appreciate the ulama. You will start to appreciate the students of knowledge, because that's studying Quran. Instead of these 10-minute khutbahs, 10-minute lectures, 3 minutes, even on Instagram. You know that I'm active there. If I put a lesson for 5 minutes, people don't watch it. If I put a nice quote for 30 seconds, say, oh, Allah, mabarik, mashallah. You think that's knowledge? The moment that you and I don't appreciate scholastic works, and everybody here wants to give their opinion, this is the moment this ummah is really going to lose it. Guys, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect all of us, Allahumma ameen, from arrogance, from misunderstanding. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us from being impatient. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us from being procrastinating. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect this entire ummah of the Messenger sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, and get us all together back on La ilaha illallah Muhammadan Rasulullah. Aqimu salah, yarhamukumullah.
الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمد رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله
استووا واعتدلوا يرحمكم الله. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. تكاد السماوات يتفطرن منه وتنشق الأرض وتخر الجبال هدا أن دعوا للرحمن ولدا وما ينبغي للرحمن أن يتخذ ولدا إن كل ما في السماوات والأرض إلا آتي الرحمن عبدا لقد أحصاهم وعدهم عدا وكلهم آتيه يوم القيامة فردا إن الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات سيجعل لهم الرحمن ودا فإنما يسرناه بلسانك لتبشر به المتقين وتنذر به قوما لدا وكم أهلكنا قبلهم من قرن هل تحس منهم من أحد أو تسمع لهم ركزا. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. كي نسبحك كثيرا ونذكرك كثيرا إنك كنت بنا بصيرا. قال قد أوتيت سؤلك يا موسى ولقد مننا عليك مرة أخرى إذ أوحينا إلى أم كما يوحى أن اقذفيه في التابوت فاقذفيه في اليم فلألقي اليم بالساحل يأخذ عدو لي وعدو له وألقيت عليك محبة مني ولتصنع على عيني إذ تمشي أختك فتقول هل أدلكم على من يكفل فرجعناك إلى أمك كي تقر عينها ولا تحزن وقتلت نفسا فنجيناك من الغم وفتناك فتونا لبثت سنين في أهل مدين ثم جئت على قدري يا موسى. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. Acht aanwezigen, barakallahu fikum, jazakumullah khairan. Ik vraag jullie allemaal om de moskee niet te vergeten. Financieel gezien hebben we natuurlijk veel minder inkomsten, nu al meer dan een jaar. Neem je verantwoordelijkheid, jullie kennen de situatie, jazakumullah khairan. Bouw aan de weg van Allah. Bouw aan de weg van Allah en vergeet zijn huis.